late, but I'm here. What's up? Beacon 10. Empty audience. Fantastic. Excuse me. I keep forgetting to check on OBS's side about the frickin' quality settings. Hey. Maybe you should have more than one air track enabled. The recording. Maybe. I don't know. Hey Rosemary, how are you doing? Nice.
Collapse my body may be betraying me, but I will at least lurk.
Thank you for the subscription, Fire, and it is all good. Thank you for the lurk.
Defying death tax.
That is one tax that I will not complain about, definitely. Thank you for the 50. It's all good. After the current track is over, we shall switch over to the gameplay. Alright. I hope the rest goes well. Hey, Miguel. Welcome. We are currently listening to one last track before we start the gameplay. Well, look at that. The track is about to end. I will have to remind myself on what we stopped at. However, that shouldn't pose too much of a problem. Alright, there we go. Move it over here and start. Just gotta. There we go. Yeah. So back on Hollow Knight. Also, I'm thinking of getting a new sort of display for my controller inputs, because as cool as the actual full controller is, I think it's taken up a bit too much space, and there is a little bit of extra space down here-ish. So if I'm able to find one, I will have the controller inputs hopefully be a little more strewn across the down here area. Yeah. Top one is my personal save. This is my stream save. Right, we just last time we upgraded our nail to the max, and we were doing a little bit of money grinding so that we could get our fragile, or we could get our unbreakable heart charm. And now we are missing just the heart, upgrading fragile greed to unbreakable greed, and then lastly getting the Grim Child all the way up to its 3 flames. And I know exactly how to get this one. We just need to find all of the grubs, which, if I'm not mistaken, yep, we have the collector's map, so we know exactly where the last of the grubs that I need are located. There aren't that many left, but it is going to take a bit of time to actually get all of them. This one specifically, I'm not entirely sure how to get to, but I have a feeling that it's going to be somewhere within the hive itself. Either that or it's above the hive. I think I'll test above the hive first since it's closer. But while I'm here, I might as well continue the money grind a little. There are better money grinds than what I'm currently doing, but I think there is at least one better. No, I think this is the better slash best money grind that I know of. Specifically with greed equipped, it generates at least a little extra geo for you to collect, so that you can fill your coffers that much faster. Ow. Just remember that you are not invincible to the gamer phenomenon on a skill issue. Just remember to be careful, keep your health up, and yeah, you'll be making at around 900 geo per little round. At least with greed equipped. It might be a little less if you don't have either fragile or unbreakable greed on your side. I believe I needed... I forget how much I actually needed to get my unbreakable greed from Mantis lady up top. But hey, at least I remember to use my spells this time. You know, Mr. Mage build. That was an interesting interaction. Bess is making his complaints known about the fact that I'm playing with a controller right now, right next to him, as he's trying to get his kitty naps in. Okay, it wasn't exactly 900, but it was at least 500 geo. So it's not an awful farming location, but it does take a little bit of time to actually get to the amount that you might ultimately be wanting to go for. Plus, if you have Hunter's Journal entries that you're missing and wanting to complete, which involves these big city guys, well, here's your here's a chance to fill out the entries. Yeah, just be careful with those guys. They hurt, as I have unwittingly demonstrated for the entire class. Ow. They hurt it. Sometimes they change direction a little quick on ya, so sometimes the damage is avoidable, sometimes it's a little unavoidable, but for the most part it's manageable. Yeah. cardinal sin when, at least early on when playing Hollow Knight, is the fact that I 99% of the time basically ignored spell casting. So this time, as I am a little more experienced about the game and a little extra knowledgeable about it too, I decided to go for the mage build. Especially because the spells are actually quite powerful if you have them sort of buffed up as they're supposed to be. And obviously have the correct charms equipped, which currently I don't have all the correct charms because I'm trying to get that dosh, but I do have mostly the charms that I want to have on with this spell build of mine. Especially while I'm doing the money grind, I want to have the increased spell power charm equipped, because it's, well, obviously it's making the farming go by a little faster than it usually would. The best spells for like the biggest sort of damage payoff is in terms of range, when you want to hit targets from afar, it's just the regular fireball that is pretty good. But when you have like the one enemy that you're like actively fighting and they're, you know, standing in one spot for a decent amount of time, doing the Desolate Dive, or is it Desolate Dive right now? I forget. Descending Dark. Desolate Dive and Descending Dark are pretty good spells to have on your timeline, like, for the most part. Hang on. What is this? Ah, yes. None of that. Sorry about that. But yeah, Shade Soul, that is your fireball spell. It is pretty good. It is pretty powerful too. Especially on like bigger bosses, when you can manage to catch them like multiple times. And Abyss Shriek and I forget what the unupgraded name was, but the Shriek is a decent spell for catching enemies above you. Most situations you will have the enemies be either in front of you or below you, but sometimes there are enemies that, you know, have much better flight capabilities than our little vessel here. So the Abyss Shriek and the I believe it was some sort of howl. That is good for catching those enemies that think they are safe while flying high above you. Obviously, as any good spellcaster would know, you gotta make sure you time your spellcasts right, otherwise you're just gonna get caught out and wrecked. most part, usually when I play through Hollow Knight, I usually go for the sort of, I suppose you could call it a warrior build, where I mostly focus on upgrading my upgrading my nails capabilities, nail/swords capabilities. But I thought that'd be pretty fun to go for the opposite kind of build this time around, where, well, I do still use my nail because, well, I kind of have to be able to collect soul at all. I do try my best to be a little more interactive with the you know, other main mechanic of the game. I do eventually want to stream like more of the stealth-oriented games, but those are a little hard to do sort of like commentary for, especially when I try to go for like the uber stealthy stuff. Oh yeah. Well, in this game, most of the time you can get away with being a little more reckless with the sort of mage build, especially if you add the extra nail length that I personally like to do. It is still best to be a little more cautious about, you know, doing stuff, because your the speed of your healing is not as good as if you were to go with a purely defense-focused sort of build. But at least you will have pretty quick soul collection with certain what the charms equipped. Jesus, I'm playing the game and I'm forgetting what certain things are called. Yeesh. The nerve of this guy, I swear. But yeah, as I was saying a little bit earlier, I would love to be able to play, or, well, stream a little more of the stealth-focused games that I'm enjoying. However, they are a little difficult to make entertaining, I suppose, especially if you're, like, specifically trying to go for the sneak, quiet, never get caught by any enemies ever sort of route that I usually like to go and employ. But at the very least, I will try. They might be a little easier to make, like actual YouTube videos about, because then you can edit and script the videos a little better, but I don't quite have the a video editing software yet, and I don't have the money to, you know, actually pay an editor, so I can't you know, go that route. So at some point I will try to stream a more stealth-focused game like Dishonored, for example. I have at least attempted to stream Styx, Master of Darkness, earlier at some point, but that wasn't quite interesting from what I could gauge, especially when I had to go quiet. When I play tactical RPG, I'm starting to use an age class. It's weak, but alright. Oh yeah. Mages are definitely balanced around them being sort of weak at the beginning, but getting really powerful by the end if you're willing to dedicate your time to them, plus building and or leveling them out properly. I do also like to do mage characters specifically during like games of D&D and stuff, but usually I end up going more of a warrior slash tank type of deal, because some systems have a little too complex of a spell casting system for me to really keep a track of. Speaking of something that I might want to maybe at some point try to restart my thing on is I might want to try to restart streaming on Kingdom Hearts, but specifically trying to go for a different sort of approach to how I tried to do it last time. Because last time I tried to, like, on here I tried to actually start from like the chronological like in-game timeline wise. I tried to start at the earliest point. Through a YouTube Shorts, I believe, I was sort of informed slash educated that this is not exactly the correct way to introduce someone to Kingdom Hearts through, and instead I should try to, you know, introduce them through like actual game release order, because these games are, well, these games have hints and stuff towards the next game in the sort of release order. Thusly, it is better to actually start with the released first game in the series, which is Kingdom Hearts 1, and then going along the games that have been released in order. And the game that would come after Kingdom Hearts 1, I believe, in release order, is, if I'm not misremembering entirely, is Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. And then after Chain of Memories, it would be Kingdom Hearts 2. Then, I believe, after Kingdom Hearts 2 would be 358 Days over 2. And then after that one would be Birth by Sleep. And then after Birth by Sleep would be Kingdom Hearts Coded, or Recoded. Yeah, Recoded is the actual game that got released. And after Recoded, it would be Ring Drop Distance, and after Cage 3D would be, I believe, cover. Oh, there is back cover, and then there's also Birth by Sleep 0.2. I think it had final chapter prologue on it. Bish. And then after that would come Kingdom Hearts 3. So there's a lot of games for me to go through, and despite however much I would want to go through one specific game, I can't, and quite frankly, I don't want to. That would be Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, which was a mobile Kingdom Hearts game that got released, and it has been long since discontinued, so there is no way to actually play it on or offline. However, there are specifically channels on YouTube that have recorded the cutscenes, because, you know, that's how they roll. Cutscenes and important story bits for later view, which is nice because I do want to try to, at the very least, catch up on the proper Kingdom Hearts lore through my own eyes. Okay, I think I needed 10,000 Geo for the Unbreakable Heart. I do still need to farm at least a little extra a little later on, specifically for Unbreakable Greed, because, you know, I don't want to give away my 12,000 you needed. Okay. Then, before I continue forward, or as I continue forward, sorry about that. Unbreakable Greed. How much do I need? I need 9,000 for Unbreakable Greed. Okay, so I'll need to have 21,000 Geo in order to be free from this grind. Though I believe once I have accrued the 12,000, I'm actually just gonna take a bit of a break from the money, and for fuck's sakes, take a bit of a break from the money and go hunt myself down some grubs. That way I can get two things at once, and I don't have to wait to get a certain something from a certain someone. And that certain something that I'll be getting will help expedite the money grind at least a little bit. I see that I have gotten quite a few lurkers today, which is pretty neat. Don't usually get, well, it has been a bit, so I don't usually get this many people just chilling and maybe vibing. Pretty neat. I can't help but wonder a little something for if I get a little extra popular. I mean, I'm probably gonna wait a little before I start thinking about that in a more serious sense, but at some point I would like to try and host TTRPG streams on my Twitch and YouTube. Perhaps a little specifically try to focus on systems that aren't just D&D 5e. Because as much as I do adore what can be done with the with certain plots and whatnots, there are a little bit of limitations to 5e that prevent too much creativity from being applied to it. At least from my opinion. So I am wanting to see if the few systems that I do have access to could be a little more interesting. And the reason why I'm thinking about doing this a little further down the road is because I do want to, at the very least, try to commission art assets for certain things, and money is indeed a requirement in this world, so I can't quite start up on just raw dog executing on the idea of TTRPG streams. I mean, I can, but I want there to be at least a little more flavor than just player PNGs and my PNG just bouncing about. I mean, I could always try try getting good on the art side myself, but as of right now, I have a few other things that I'm a little more focused on. And I should try to find some specific point on, or some specific time to focus a little more on just the practice of it all. Alright. I have gotten the 12k necessary to grab the charm and go grab us something else. So let me just unequip these guys so that I can get the order. That. There we go. Hollow Knight really is a decently chill game despite the combat on screen. Here you go. Here's your 12,000, you great little lady. Thank you. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, first things first, grub hunt. King's Station. You go down this way. Not even gonna play with you. Okay, I've definitely gone past it. Okay, so it would be somewhere around here if it was an entrance from above. Okay, so I have to go into the hive to try and get that one. into the hive. Once more. Didn't mean to shoot it out. Ow. Okay, now. Not through here. Certainly not. There it is. Found it. Sneaky little bastard. Alright. Let's return to the Dream Gate, which I forgot is all the way over here. Oh well. At least it's a little better than just walking all the way through the friggin' hive. These guys I can deal with easy. Actually make a dream gate right there. And I need to go to Dirtmouth. And then go all the way over to the Crystal Caverns. No. Or Crystal Peak, I should say. Come on. There we go. So, if I get to the bench, I need to go down and then continue onwards. No. thing I didn't know about these crystal crawlers is that you can actually, for a long time, I actually didn't know that you could actually just destroy the crystal crawlers with a bit of magic. Now it has made my life so much easier. Because I don't have to try and avoid them like the plague every time I want to go through an area. Steve, I just forgot you up here. Like, completely. Alright, I've gotten the one by a hive, the one at Crystal Peak. There was one in Green Path? Yeah. One in Green Path right above the Hunter. One in Fungal. Another in Deep Nest. And one last one in Ancient Basin. And then soon I can go and complete the King's Soul into what it's truly supposed to be. Ah, excuse me. Awful inconvenient, these burps. Let's head back to Dirtmouth. Nearly plummeted to my crystalline death there. Well, not quite death, but it would have hurt a lot. Like that. Jesus. The one little jutting bastard that I hit. Oh, fuck off. That really should not be freaking enough to hit me. Seat. Be off. Okay. Leave. I should probably go for the green path. Actually, might as well go for the Fungal Canyon grub first, since it's basically the same distance away from here. So I'll actually just put a green gate right there. This is the wrong place. Oops. I meant to go to Queen's Station, not Queen's Garden. One too low. Alright. Here I put the Dream Gate. There we go. Here I rest. There we go. Now we move. Yeesh. Here. Go to the right. Get down. Oh yeah, you. I don't wanna. I believe he's not strictly necessary for the, he's not really even needed for the, how the hell could I just ignore this guy? Did I just I must have completely just forgotten that he existed. I completely beelined it towards this way and then... No, I never even bothered to go up here. Wow, shame on me. I thought I'd gotten up here. Clearly not, because I haven't even gotten these guys up here. Oh, come on. I'm about to leave Geo behind. Him. Sheesh. I didn't mean to start fucking shrieking, but... Alright. Reverse over here. And then we go up through Fog Canyon. And basically be in front of the hunters' lodgings in Green Path. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, it came from the lowest entrance. Now I just gotta climb, climb, climb. And avoid those big jellies. As much as I can. It's at a moment where I can just absolutely guarantee the kill and the fact that they're not going to be bothering me. Alright, now I just need to climb on up even more. Alright, this is the hunter's abode. No, it's not. That's the stone sanctuary. Take a quick little breather right here. This here's the hunter's abode. No, not yet. I keep misreading the map over and over. That is the hunter's abode, because there's a bunch of spikes there. And now, up and to the right. Here where I couldn't go before. Bang. I had completely forgotten this guy here. Despite, I'm pretty sure, previous promises that I'd, you know, be back and rescue it. But, oh well, I have fulfilled it at long last. Alright, I think I should get the one up by Ancient Basin first, and then try to locate the Deep Nest one. Specifically because I can teleport here and I don't have to watch the stag cutscene again, despite it being pretty sweet, pretty nice, pretty neat. I don't even have to worry about the White Palace or the Path of Pain anymore. I've done those. Pretty sure. No, yeah, I have done the donation. Was one of the main things that I made sure to do. Nah. There we go. That is that one done. Now to figure out where the hell the Deep Nest grub is hidden away, because hot darn. Alright, through fungal, because that is the fastest way. That specific section of the Deep Nest. And specifically, I will be using this side entrance instead of the pit. There it is. Alright, found the real one. And now we get up on out of here, and we go to the Grubfather. Because the Grubfather will offer us what we want. Dartmouth is the closest station to that. Nah. I think I would just rather not. There we go. All the grubs have been saved, I believe. Nope, there's still one more grub that I haven't found. Ah, there you were. Just one more grub to find, and then all the grubs will have been saved. You little bastard. But yeah, depending on how fire is feeling on future Fridays, I might either switch from playing, or after I'm done with Hollow Knight, depending on how fire is feeling on future Fridays, I might either return back to Skies of Arcadia, which had been paused. I don't quite remember why I paused it, but it had been paused. I do wish to resume playing that. But I would definitely appreciate Aya's voice acting capabilities. They are good, appreciated, and yeah, it'll either be Skies of Arcadia, or I will take at least a little bit of a, I suppose either. I think break is the best way to classify this. I'll take a bit of a break from Hollow Knight, and I will not jump straight into Silksong, because, oh boy, Silksong is a kind of a beast on its own, of its own, I should say. Am I going the right way? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I am. I'm going the right way. Yeah. I'm definitely still gonna be playing a different game other than Hollow Knight, and well, obviously its sequel, Silksong. But I think the game that I might pivot to is I don't know. How do I? How do I get to that grub? Hang on, I'm gonna have to look this up. Hollow Knight grub by White Lady. Excuse me. Hang on. I think I might have forgotten about that. Okay. After consulting the good old Google and using the powers of search deduction, I have found that I had, in fact, forgotten about a secret passage that leads to the grub's location. Oop. Nearly ate some spikes again. Ow. Should have jumped like that. Helps to not crush my face right up into them too. Alright, continue this way. I'll try to avoid these hopping little bastards. At least a little. Big beastie. Ow. Raven little bastard. Here, I had completely forgotten about this. A secret passageway to the grub I seek. And a quick little teaser too for the residence of the White Lady. Also, you know, I'm gonna actually wait. I'm gonna go do this first, real quick. Get a certain someone's blessing, and then I am going to have to go take a quick little bathroom break because I can feel the need arisen. And bam! We get Grubberfly's Elegy. Is much appreciated. Okay. Grubberfly's Elegy has been begotten. Now I head to the Crossroads Stag station and take the long route. No wait. Do I have to take the long road? Oh yes, because the direct path downwards is just straight up blocked by infection. Actually, I'm gonna have to take the pause now, and I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. I will be back as soon as I can. Alright, I have returned. Apologies for that. Oop. Did not mean to do that. My, body decided that the rumbling couldn't be, halted. And, demanded, quite rudely, that I immediately, go take care of the problem. Which, you know, I wanted to do later, but here we are. Oh, nice. Ow. Got a couple of those, hunter logs. And actually, that has just reminded me of a thing that I can go get now that I have, my dive. Alright. Salubra! Let me purchase your, last charm notch. Then, it shall purchase Salubra's blessing. Bam! My dear, a blessing for you. With your excessive patronage and those startling good looks, you've more than earned it. Big ol' schmooch. Yes. I hope my blessing brings you everything you desire. Don't be a stranger, sweetums. And what Salubra's blessing does is that whenever you're resting on a bench, after a few seconds, you get a little ghostly Salubra that will shower you in soul. So now, every time you rest at a bench, it is basically as if you're resting at a hot springs. It restores both masks and your soul. Alright. Now, if I go... Gotta head over in the Riesch direction. Hang on. Me. Did I actually get the, no, for these guys? Yes, I have. I have the journal entry for the golems. I don't need to go past to that location. I thought I would need to, but I don't, so I will not. Oh yeah, I should probably make like a lurk check redeem thing. You know what? There is a bit of free time. I might as well do that now so that I don't forget in the future. Creator dashboard. Community. No. Viewer rewards, I believe. No, not that. Manage. Add new custom word. Alright. Create. There we go. Might need to refresh. What? There now should be a lurk check button for those on Twitch specifically. It has no specific. I still have no icons for any of these, but hey, there's a little lurk button for a lurk check button for people to use a singular void coin on. Because I would rather not have that be anything more than just singular fictional currency. Oh damn. Right, I still needed to, still need to farm at least 8,000 geo in order to, afford fucking... Let me just take those off. Put on that, put on that, put on that. I can have Soul Catcher on. Fantastic. A lesser version of the, other charm, but hey, it's, still generating more soul than, earlier. Actually, now that I remember, I should probably continue, or finish off my, God of War playthrough, because I still have that unfinished. I don't actually remember if I've made a playlist for the YouTube audience on the God of War. Again, I can just check real quick. On my YouTube side, if I have a playlist for that. I should. Yes, I do indeed have a playlist for my God of War streams. Yes, I can, without too much fuss, start up the God of War playthrough again from where we last left off, which, you know, pretty tense moment in the story. A lot of stuff is happening and stuff. You know, things and the like. There's also a bunch of side content that I could do in God of War before I continue forth with the main content, but I think I probably should continue a little more with the main content. Though I should probably use the side content as a little refresher on how how the game controls and all that, because it has been quite a while since I last played God of War Ragnarok. It definitely would not hurt to get a reminder on how everything works. I do definitely want to finish Ragnarok at some point, but do I want to start it back up this soon? Because I have a feeling that I'm not going to be spending too much longer with Hollow Knight. I think at the very least this stream and maybe one more stream, if at that. Hell, I think I might finish up, I might actually finish up the true ending for Hollow Knight pretty soon. I just want to get the I just want to get Unbreakable Greed, and then I can move over to have to transform a certain charm into something else, and then from that I can just, you know, finish up the game. I don't think I need to do much else. As neat as it would be to 112% the game again, I think I'll save doing the full completion again for a different time. Maybe at some point I might even do a stream where I challenge the God Home Pantheon for the fucking billionth time that I've tried to challenge it for. Because with my personal save, I basically have everything ready for a full clear. I just need to I basically just need to beat the final part of the God Home Pantheon, and then I'll have the full cleared God Home ending, I believe. Because that's a save file where I also had to zote around. So that's gonna be fun. Ah, you bastard. Alright, I forgot that I should probably wait for Salubra's Blessing to take a bit of an effect. This is a little bit mindless, but I mean, hey, y'all get to, for the most part, enjoy the nice chill background music while in the foreground hearing some bugs get violently murdered. Whether it be by spell and spell or nail swing. Get that soul refilled. There we go. Probably try to get used to the default nail length, because there is a couple of achievements that I do want to try to run for, and they are specifically requiring that I be of the speed. Thusly, outside of making sure that I have my trusty mage build on hand, I might have to get used to the fact that I can't do long nail swings. Which does mean I can implement quick focus in its place. That way I can heal faster. both Soul Catcher and its upgraded versions on deck. Just 4,000? Ow, come on. 4,000 more Geo, I was about to say. Or I got rudely interrupted. I definitely hope that, like, properly works. Because at the very least on OBS's end, it is a little, probably a little slow to update on how many people are actually on the viewers' end. Nice and easy takedown. I forgot to rest for a little longer so that I could get Salubra's benefit, but oh well. Not that big a deal. Especially when good old pogo stick is always there. There we go. I do think that Soul is pretty interesting, both mechanics and, you know, lore-wise. Because it is, in fact, an actual tangible force that the inhabitants of this world can interact with and have, you know, done so plus stored it into certain vessels, so it is very interesting. I'm sure there's already probably a video on YouTube explaining the full unadulterated lore behind the soul and whatnots of this this game world. I'm not even gonna try to look through it myself. Good old YouTube. Let's make use of that salubrious. Yeah, Friday definitely seems to, so far be a streaming day where I can basically just slot whatever, I feel like I want to stream at a day. So, depending on how certain people's are feelings, I might try to actually try to do some Dishonored streaming on Friday. I might actually put up a poll on that, or about that on my BlueSky, and do at least a little bit of sharing around to maybe get some feedback, actually build up a little bit of that social media presence that I don't have. Because all I'm currently using my my BlueSky for is just, you know, advertising that, hey, I'm currently live on the platforms. Maybe actually post a cat pic or two over there too. That usually gets people's attention, right? I did not wait for Salubras, oh well. You gotta wonder, do I even really ask to be a player if I do? I don't post much on my YouTube channel, I should post it. Sonic interest. Okay. it's not usually on my YouTube channel that I post, you know, things about going live or such, because YouTube already automatically sends a notification that, hey, I'm live, but mostly just cut myself off on my train of thought. I wouldn't even really know who I would want to, or who would be able to participate in a game hosted by me if I started doing one. And I would also need to figure out a proper day for everyone to be able to do that too. Especially since there is the final boss known as real life to thwart us at every step of our way. I would also need to at least take a little bit to decide on what kind of on what system I would wanna run a game for, because while I am building a whole as a world for one system already, I don't think it's something that I'd want to stream. At least not yet. It might be fun to have it be streamed, but I personally would probably not stream it, at least yet. I don't know. Again, just personal musings for somewhere down the road, because I do want to get, like, at least a certain greater amount of following than what I have right now, where I actually start working on the on a campaign for Twitch and YouTube. Very ready. Smell it. You'll carry it with you then. Oh yeah, right. I gotta go talk to Mr. Mantis down below. That then sets up the final little thing for those two. Yep, unbreakable greed. Right. I was supposed to check my map first. Actually, it is just better to just not. Is it? Probably be easier just to go through the infected crossroads. While I'm here, I might as well just not do that. Wait. I wanted to take that off and a quick heal. Right, I could have you on there. And that. Spell Twister, Soul Catcher, Shaman Stone, and Soul Eater. That is basically the mage build right there. Right, I was supposed to go through friggin' Infected Crossroads and brr. Gotta be at least a little careful when fighting enemies with just my nail now. I have that extra range that I used to have. Well, at least with the nail. I still have my those charms that smell so much. I want to, yes. I know where you are now. Above me, much above me, but I know where to go. I will come. Don't try to hide from me. And with that, those two have been acquainted, so to speak. It was definitely much easier to just go through Crossroads than to just trudge through Fungal. Alright, now all I need to do is, I'm gonna actually need to redo my charms first, because, there is a little something that I need to do. One final gift. Thank you very much. Very, very good. Now I can follow Master. Pick up the Twister and Catcher. Put on King Soul. And with King Soul now equipped, we move to Hidden Station. And from Hidden Station, we traverse to the Abyss. deeper into the maze, into the abyss we go. Now we have reached the black egg. And here we dream nail. No cost too great. Eventually. No mind to think. No will to break. No voice to cry suffering. Born of God and void. You shall seal the blinding light that plagues their dreams. You are the vessel. You are the hollow knight. We now have the Void Heart. Would you look at that? We no longer have a reflection within the black egg. Now the siblings no longer attack us. Ow. They just let us pass. Can't even get hurt by them. Specifically these ones, though. If I remember correctly, the ones that are up here still, they do hurt us. Oh, never mind. They don't. Very cool. Very neat. Thus, we are out of the abyss once again. Now we head over to Dirtmouth. And here we see the Void Heart permanently a part of our charms. It takes up no charm slots, and it cannot be removed. It is now permanently a part of us. An emptiness that was hidden within, now unconstrained, unifies the void under the bearer's will. This charm is part of the bearer and cannot be unequipped. And thanks to that, it takes no charm slots. Now, before we do actually properly finish up the game, there are still these flames for me to take care of, so to speak. And I will do that and take care of the one last boss before it is time to finish. It shouldn't take long to collect the flames, but we'll see how long it actually takes to collect the flames, and yeah. I will most likely still do my best to finish up Hollow Knight today, because we are really close to getting the we're really close to getting the well, we basically have everything we need for the true ending of the game, so I can go do that, regardless of if I have completed all the side content that I wished to complete. We're gonna go do the beehive first. Should have done the abyss, or the fucking, not the abyss one, the one by basin first, I think. That one's a little more annoying. Yeah, I'll be fine. I got the mage build. Is in this room. I'm fairly certain it's in this room. Just higher up. Oh no, it's in the room higher up. Here it is. Ow. There you go. And that is that one consumed. Here I can basically just continue to the left and basically where the next owl target is. Around there, I can also find my way to Stag Station, continue my journey to the last place I need to be. Forgot that it was all the way down and to the right. Ow. Nyong. Quick rest on the bench. Good farewell. Alright. Oh, oops. Did not mean to go down. Another flame for you. You required 3 flames, yes? Yeah, you require just 3 flames. There's an extra flame in the distant village, it seems. Oh, no way, I think I know what that flame over in that direction is. I think. I think I want to just complete the actual, oh. I don't know which it would actually be considered canon. Yeah, I've traveled to Queen Station. And I think I can't just cut through Mantis Village, I need to actually go above the Mantis Village. Right, and I do need to actually have Grimchild equipped when I go do that. But I do basically have my entire build at the ready, so not like it's a huge loss. Just a tiny bit of a convenience loss, I suppose, is the best way I can describe it. Need to go this way. Yeah. Gotta go this way. Wow. There you are. Cool. Alright. There's all 3 flames completed. Now it is time to first take a quick rest right here. And then after that, we shall head out to fight a certain someone. They are sleeping. Thusly, we must dream now. Good thing it was pretty quick to get back into these attempts. Yes. Nightmare King Grim. Ow. Ow, okay. Ow. My face hurts. This will definitely take a little bit to get the re-hang of, but it's all good. so close. Fourth try. Fuck yes. Symbol of a completed ritual contains a living scarlet flame. Yes! Whew. Oh, that was a really that was a nice fight. Really took a good bit of the focus there. Alright. Since I do have basically everything needed, to finish up the game. I might as well not dilly-dally any longer. Let me just, real quick on the video. Just gonna... Nope. Easy? Maybe it just won't take effect until, okay, it just will not take effect at all. Never mind.
Hakana Sagamos.
I'm impressed, little ghost. You've burdened yourself with the fate of this world, yet you still stand strong. To break the Dreamer's seals alone would be considered an impossible task, but to accept that void inside yourself, that casts you as something rather exceptional.
Hakana Sagamos.
The path is opened. One way or another, an end awaits inside. I won't be joining you in this. That space is built to sustain your likes. Its bindings would drain me were I to join you. Don't be surprised. I'll not risk my own life in your attempt, though if the moment presents, I'll aid as I'm able. One final rest stop. Vessel. Though bound, you shall know the state of the world. Hallownest will be whole again. Completion percentage is viewable. So, let's see, how much... I have encountered 148 of all foes, and I have completed 115 of these entries. Very nice. I have all charms. I have 105% completion. Hell yeah. That is more than enough for me to say, fuck it, we ball. Me. That which you never were, a Hollow Knight. Back here. Alright, time to fill up. Let's try this again. I meant to dodge. Damn it. Alright. No, you know what? Did not mean to press that. Already have you up. Stop it. Ah, damn it. Hang on. Yay. I fucked up the entire chat. Hang on. I'm bringing you back. Yay. Completely fucked it up. That was unintentional. Sorry about that. Should be connected back again. Alright, you big bastard in the sky. Come here. The Radiance. Not getting away that easy. Ow. Like I said, you're not getting away that easy, beach. have the entirety of the void on my side, you little shit. And that is Hollow Knight. Man. Still such a great experience. Even after all these years. Such a fantastic time. Even if there's the occasional frustration, you know, many deaths, this is still honestly a really fun time. Especially the music and the atmosphere, like, absolutely fantastic. Oh wow. I managed to get speed completion. Well. color me surprised. I didn't think I'd get speed completion, but not complaining. Not complaining in the slightest. I believe the No, it's just, damn, managed to just get speed completion. Nice. Oh damn. But yeah, ooh, those definitely gonna need to do a little bit of routing for those to speed run. I mean, a little routing at the very least for the speedrun achievements, but shouldn't take too much, I don't think. Should be doable, especially with the actual speedrunners having freaking broken this game open like goddamn nothing. Yeah, absolutely. So, we managed to finish up Hollow Knight today, which is fantastic. Which means next Friday is a bit of an open question on what I should actually stream. Because I do have a bunch of choices, but not entirely sure which one to go with because, well, one of them one of them I personally want a close friend of mine, Fire, to be present for, so that she can experience them properly firsthand and be able to voice act for them. Always a delight. And that is Skies of Arcadia. I do have a few options to go for, and I will absolutely be putting up a poll on my BlueSky, which I will hopefully also be producing other content for, probably somewhere along the lines of maybe life updates and cat pictures. Definitely cat pictures. Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I can't think of anything else to really say at the end here. This was a really fun time, and I will likely be seeing y'all soon. So, schedule as far as I know it. Next week's Monday, we will be continuing with Silent Hill 2 Remake, possibly also finishing up that one, and then moving on to the next game in the series, which shall be Silent Hill 3. Shush! Then, on Wednesday, we shall be most likely also finishing up Resident Evil Village, The Shadows of Rose DLC. And the game sort of series after that is over will be Dino Crisis, which is going to be my first time actually playing the Dino Crisis series. And then next week's Friday, I will see. I will definitely see what the answers on the colored atmosphere will say. But yes, without any further ramblings from me, thank you to all my lovely little voidlings for coming and watching me today. My name is Chaos/Noid, and I shall see you all somewhere else in the void. Bye!